vague and ambiguous, you know, to say that there are numerous violations dating back to 2014. Well, in 2014, when that house was inspected, there weren't any utilities on in there, and the place was totally vacant. There were 21 mattresses in there. We spent $8,000 hauling trash out of that house. And one of your former chief building officials was well aware of all the work that went in there. That place is painted with designer colors and everything, has brand new appliances, and never had any problems whatsoever. It's just that the roof is pretty costly, and I've got 6 kids, and it's gonna take a little time. So I've been saving up for it. I've got bids on it from my neighbor who has a construction business right next door to the house. Okay, Cat's Construction, they call it. I've got a bid from them to do the roof. You know, in 2007, I fell through a porch at a $500,000 home delivering a pizza. But my 1890s front porch here, yeah, it's gonna sag a little bit. Holy cow, it's 130 years old. But no one's gonna fall through that one. I can jump up and down on that with all 230 pounds of my weight, and I'm not falling through it. There's one little board missing on the front, you know? Sometimes, you know, the way that these letters are written, the city is very overzealous. They state the same thing 15 times in the letter, make it look like there's a million violations, but there's only one. The roof is the roof. I don't need to hear about the south, the north, the east, the west, the porch, you know? I'm asking the board to table this for 30 days so that I can meet with the city officials, so that I don't put money into a house that I've already put a ton of money into this house. I've kept it on your tax roll. I don't want it to be a vacant lot. I take care of my property, and I want it to look good. So, and this is the first time you ever brought me to this. So with that in mind, I want to be afforded the same thing that everybody else gets. I want to meet with a city official who's fair and honest and will allow these repairs to go forward. You know, you tell me I gotta pull permits and have this all done in 28 days, but then in other correspondence, you tell me that I gotta have a contractor pull the permits. So the only thing you do when you call me, no, well, you guys never called me, never told me anything.
We spoke.
Yeah, we spoke because my tenant handed you his phone. That's why we spoke.
Right, because you didn't show up the inspection, Michael.
Yes. Well, you know what? I never got any notice of your inspection until the 2 days afterwards. You know, you can look at my registration. This property's registered. You didn't even send a letter to the address on the registration. So with that in mind, that's what I'm asking of the board today.
Just like to say,
Chairman,
one.
Yeah.
can I make a comment? There was a question about public comment, so I just wanted to clear it up for everybody. If there's anyone here that wants to make public comment, they need to be able to do that before a decision is made by the board, not after. So they need to be given 3 minutes before the decision is made to voice their concerns about it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
I would say one of the issues on this with the 2 people before is we're very proactive. You know, we're talking to our office. We're meeting, we're having regular conversations, you know, we're going through it, getting on the same page. This property's been under inspection for several years. The owner doesn't typically show for inspections, had open holes through the roof. I mean, I know you can say you had 28 days to repair it, but you've had years to repair it. And we've had no response. We've actually vacated the property end of last year in hopes to get some type of action, some type of follow-up, and we received absolutely none. So again, I think the big difference I have between this property and the 2 people before is this man has had notice for an extended amount of time. He's had ample opportunity to try to make repairs, and again, SIP plans doesn't show up for inspections. We're not seeing any progress or repairs, and it continues to decline. So my recommendation is the same. I recommend we uphold the notice. And if he does wish to repair the property, we'll be able to work with him through a rehab versus demo agreement if he so chooses to do so.
Motion's been made, so we're seeking staff recommendations up forward. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
I'll support. Motion's been made made and supported to agree with the recommendation of poll. Is there any discussion? Would anybody else like to speak about this property? I just had a question. I heard the date of 2014, but this says 2012.
Right.
That's when all this began.
You're right, property's been under inspection since 2012, and again, there's been violations dating back to then. Again, that, I don't believe Mr. Vanderlick owned the property at that time. It sounds like he purchased sometime around 14, but again, it's, I mean, the violations have been existing for years and years, and, you know, again, to show up and say we only give 28 days, I don't think that's very accurate.
Well, that's what you posted on the door. That's what you sent me in the mail. And furthermore, no, I did not own the property in 2012, but that property was improved and met the standards for occupancy in 2014 after we purchased it and put a lot of money into it. So, you know, like I said, I've never had a meeting with anybody about it.
Have you gotten any of these notices or mailings about violations? Especially
Yes, oh yes, I've met with Jerry Stackhouse, the former inspector over there, several times, you know. All the utility systems work, furnace,